You know that feeling of pure, absolute triumph? That incredible moment when you've crossed the finish line, the crowd is just roaring, and you know you've won. Well, that feeling? That's the Six of Wands. It's basically the victory parade of the tarot deck, a card all about public success and getting that recognition. But here's the thing. That spotlight can either shine on a fantastic leader, or it can expose a total diva.
And that really gets us to the core question, doesn't it? What's that super fine line between real earned confidence and just unchecked arrogance? I want you to keep that question in your head because the Six of Wands holds the answer and it's two very, very different faces. All right, so to get to the bottom of that big question, we have to start with the basics. Let's really get to the heart of what the Six of Wands is all about before we start digging into the tricky stuff like victory and ego. At its core, the Six of Wands is pretty much the ultimate symbol of a win. But this isn't some quiet little victory you keep to yourself. Oh no. This is the kind of win that comes with applause, with people patting you on the back, that feeling that you are on top of the world. It's about having a clear advantage and everybody knows it. What's really important here is how these concepts all stack up, kind of like you see here. It all kicks off with that success, that big victory. And naturally, that leads to praise and acclaim. That public recognition then builds up this sense of leadership, and it's all standing on a solid foundation of real confidence and pride. So let's look at the upright meaning and see how this actually plays out. This is the Six of Wands in its most positive, most inspiring form, when that victory isn't just earned, it's celebrated by everyone around you. If you see this card in a career reading, you are in for a good time. It's a huge sign that all your hard work is about to pay off in a very, very public way. Think about finally getting that promotion you've been gunning for, or leading a project that just knocks it out of the park. Your leadership is being seen, and you're about to get the rewards. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. How does this winning energy translate to love? Well, if you're in a relationship, it points to a real power couple dynamic. You're each other's biggest cheerleaders, celebrating your goals together. And hey, if you're single, get ready. This card is basically screaming that you're about to meet someone who has this confident, successful vibe, and they're going to see that exact same thing in you. And just to touch on health real quick, the message is just as positive. It's a clear sign you're winning a battle, whether that's beating an illness or making an amazing comeback after an injury. It's all about strength and recovery. But every victory parade can get rained on. So let's flip this card over and see what happens when all that bright, triumphant energy turns sour and becomes something a lot darker. This is the fall from grace. This old saying, it just hits the nail on the head for the reversed Six of Wands. That same pride that helps you succeed when the card is upright, well, that can turn into the very arrogance that leads to your downfall when it goes unchecked. And just like that, the keywords become a dark mirror of what we just saw. Victory turns into failure. Those cheering crowds of supporters, they're gone. Or worse, they've turned against you. And this is where it gets tricky, because that healthy confidence can curdle into straight-up arrogance when the applause becomes more important than the actual achievement. It's a sign that the goodwill you had is gone, replaced by disgrace. Just look at the difference in a career reading. Upright, you're the celebrated leader, the hero. Reversed, you haven't just failed to hit your goal, you might not even have the drive or the passion to try anymore. It's not just about losing, it's about a total lack of achievement. And in relationships, the change is just as jarring. The supportive power couple, gone. Instead, you get instability and broken promises. And that diva-like behavior we mentioned at the start, this is it. This is what happens when one person, or both, starts needing the relationship to be a stage for their own ego. That leads to fights and resentment, not celebration. Spiritually, the reversed card has a really powerful warning. Instead of being a leader that people look up to, you might just be going along with the crowd, losing your own unique path just because it's easier to fit in. This is a huge wake-up call to think for yourself. So what's the big takeaway from all this? The Six of Wands isn't just about winning or losing. It's really about how you handle the spotlight and the psychology behind it all. The card forces you to ask yourself, what's really driving you? Is it the achievement itself, or is it the recognition you get for it? That's the choice it lays out for you, between being a true leader and just having a fragile, self-serving ego. And this table just lays it all out, crystal clear. When you handle success the right way, you get fans and well-wishers. Your self-esteem is real confidence. You're leading a campaign. But when it goes wrong, that support system turns into a mob. Your confidence becomes arrogance, and you end up just blindly following instead of leading. And that leaves us with one final thought to chew on. The Six of Wands asks all of us to look at our own successes, big and small, and really think about what they're made of. Are you building something real that earns you recognition, or are you just chasing the applause for its own sake? The answer to that, well, it makes all the difference.